Welcome back to English at Work. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Alex. This is episode 7 of our English for Meetings series.
We've spent 6 episodes covering the serious business side of meetings, agendas, presentations, conflict management. But today we're talking about something equally important that many people overlook.
Small talk and building rapport. Those casual conversations before the meeting starts. The friendly exchanges in the hallway. The relationship building that happens around the edges of formal business.
And I know what some people are thinking. Small talk is a waste of time. Let's just get down to business.
But here's the truth. People do business with people they like and trust. Small talk is how you build those relationships.
This is especially challenging for non-native English speakers. The formal business English is often easier because it follows predictable patterns. But casual conversation, that's much harder.
Today, we'll give you safe topics for small talk, phrases to start and maintain conversations, cultural considerations, and how to transition smoothly from casual chat to business. By the end of this episode, you'll feel more confident in those crucial first few minutes before meetings start.
Let's get into it. Let's start with the fundamental question. Why does small talk matter? Why not just skip straight to business?
Because relationships matter. Think about it. Would you rather work with someone you've had a pleasant conversation with, or someone who's all business and you know nothing about?
The person I've connected with, obviously.
Right. Small talk creates that connection. It humanizes you. It makes you memorable. It builds trust.
But isn't this more important in some cultures than others?
Absolutely. In American business culture, there's usually at least some small talk. In Latin American, Middle Eastern, and many Asian cultures, relationship building through conversation is essential before doing business.
And in some Northern European cultures?
They often prefer to get straight to business. But even there, a little friendly conversation doesn't hurt.
So what happens in those first few minutes before a meeting officially starts?
People are arriving, settling in, maybe getting coffee. This is prime time for casual conversation. If you just sit there silently on your phone, you're missing an opportunity.
What opportunity exactly?
To learn about people, to find common ground, to make people feel comfortable, to set a positive tone for the meeting.
Can you give me a concrete example of how small talk helps in business?
Sure. Let's say you're in a tense budget meeting, but before it starts, you and your colleague discovered you both love hiking. During the difficult discussion, you're not just that person who wants more budget, you're a fellow human who shares an interest. It subtly changes the dynamic.
So small talk creates goodwill that carries over into business discussions?
Exactly. It's not manipulative, it's just human nature. We're nicer to people we like.
What about virtual meetings? Is small talk still important?
Maybe even more important, because virtual work lacks the casual hallway conversations and coffee chats that happen naturally in offices.
How do you create small talk opportunities virtually?
Join the meeting 2 to 3 minutes early and chat with others who are there. Or the meeting leader can build in 2 to 3 minutes of social time before diving into the agenda.
Does that actually feel natural?
It can. We talked about this in episode 4. Ask an open question, like, how's everyone's week going? And let conversation flow naturally.
What about for people who find small talk exhausting or anxiety-inducing?
I understand. It's harder for introverts or people who aren't naturally chatty. But think of it as a professional skill you're developing, like giving presentations. You don't have to love it, but learning to do it will help your career.
Can you be authentic while doing small talk, or does it always feel fake?
Great question. The key is genuine curiosity. Don't fake interest in things you don't care about, but everyone has something interesting about them. Your job is to find it.
So small talk is really about building real relationships, not just surface pleasantries.
Exactly. The best small talk leads to real connections over time.
Okay, so small talk matters. Now let's get practical. What should you actually talk about?
Let's start with the safest, most universal topics. First, weather. Yes, it's a cliché, but it works.
Why does weather work?
Because everyone experiences it, and it's completely neutral. No one will be offended by weather talk.
What are good weather openers?
Can you believe this heat? Looks like rain today. Beautiful day outside, isn't it? I heard we're getting snow this weekend.
These feel very basic.
They are, but they're icebreakers, ways to start conversation. You don't stay on weather for long. It's a doorway to other topics.
What's another safe topic?
Weekend plans or recent weekends. Do you have any fun plans for the weekend, or how was your weekend?
What if someone asks you this?
Give a brief, positive answer with a detail they can ask about. Not fine, but good. We took the kids to the beach. It was crowded, but fun.
So you're giving them something to latch onto?
Right. They might ask, how old are your kids, or which beach, and the conversation continues.
What about holidays, upcoming or recent?
Good topic. Are you doing anything for Thanksgiving, or did you go anywhere over the holiday?
What about work-related small talk?
Perfectly fine. How's the new project going? Or, I heard your team launched that new feature. How's it been received?
That's safer than pure social topics.
For some people, yes. It's semi-professional but still conversational. Just keep it light and positive, not intense.
What about commute or travel?
Good, especially if someone traveled for the meeting. Did you have much traffic this morning? Or, how was your flight in?
What about local events or news?
Can work well. Did you see the new restaurant that opened downtown? Or are you going to the street fair this weekend?
Sports, is that safe?
Generally, yes, especially major local teams or big events like the World Cup or Olympics. But don't assume everyone cares about sports.
How do you bring up sports?
Did you catch the game last night? If they say no or seem uninterested, drop it and move on.
What about hobbies and interests?
Great, once you know someone a bit. You mentioned you play guitar. Are you in a band? But this requires some prior knowledge.
What about family?
Tread carefully. Asking, do you have kids, can be sensitive if someone wants children but doesn't have them, or recently lost a child. Safer, how's your family, which lets them share what they're comfortable with.
What about someone's background or where they're from?
Where you from originally is usually fine, especially in diverse workplaces where many people have relocated.
What about accents? Can you ask about those?
Be careful. I notice an accent, where are you from, can be fine if asked genuinely, but don't make people feel othered by constantly pointing out they sound different.
What about food?
Very safe. Have you tried that new Thai restaurant, or did you have a good lunch? Food is universal and usually positive.
What about pop culture? Movies, TV shows, books?
Can work, but not everyone follows the same media. Have you seen anything good lately? Is an open-ended.
What about the office environment itself?
Sure. They finally fixed the coffee machine, or I love what they did with the new conference room.
These all seem pretty light and surface level.
That's the point. Small talk is light. You're not having deep philosophical discussions. You're creating pleasant human interaction. Now let's talk about what not to discuss in professional small talk. These are topics that can create problems.
Number 1?
Politics. Don't go there. Even if you think you know someone's views, political discussions can get heated quickly.
Even if everyone in the room seems to agree?
Even then, you never know who might have different views, and work is not the place for political debate.
What if someone else brings up politics?
You can deflect. I try to keep work and politics separate, or I haven't been following that closely, or just change the subject.
What's another topic to avoid?
Religion. This is deeply personal and can be divisive. Don't ask about someone's religious beliefs or practices.
What about religious holidays? Can you mention those?
Acknowledging them is fine. Happy Diwali, or enjoy Passover, but don't probe into their religious practices or beliefs.
What about controversial current events?
Avoid anything that's polarizing or sensitive, immigration, abortion, gun control, etc. Stay away from in professional contexts.
What about salary and money?
Don't ask people how much they make or how much things cost them. How much do you make is very inappropriate. Even how much did your house cost is too personal for work small talk.
What about health issues?
Don't pry into details. If someone mentions they were sick, I hope you're feeling better, is fine, but don't ask invasive questions about their medical conditions.
What about weight, appearance, or age?
Off limits. Don't comment on whether someone has lost or gained weight. Don't ask someone's age. Don't make remarks about their appearance beyond general professional compliments.
What's okay versus not okay for appearance?
That's a great color on you, or I like your tie is fine. You look like you've lost weight, or you look tired is not.
What about relationships and dating?
Tread carefully. Don't ask, why aren't you married, or probe into someone's romantic life. If they volunteer information, you can respond, but don't interrogate.
What about complaining?
Avoid excessive negativity. Complaining about traffic is fine. Complaining about your boss, colleagues, or the company is not good small talk.
What if everyone else is complaining?
You can commiserate mildly, but don't be the ringleader of negativity. It reflects poorly on you.
What about gossip?
Never. Don't spread rumors or talk about people who aren't present. This damages trust immediately.
What about jokes?
Humor is great, but avoid anything that could be offensive. No jokes about gender, race, religion, or sensitive topics. If you're not sure if a joke is appropriate, don't tell it.
Now let's get into the mechanics. How do you actually start a conversation with someone you don't know well?
Start with a simple greeting and an open-ended question. Hi, I'm Alex. How are you? Is basic but effective.
What makes a question open-ended?
It can't be answered with just yes or no. Did you have a good weekend? Is closed. They can just say yes. What did you do this weekend? Is open. They have to give you more information.
Give me more examples of good opening questions.
How's your week been so far? What are you working on these days? Have we met before? I'm not sure we've been introduced. How long have you been with the company?
What if you've met before but can't remember their name?
Be honest. I'm terrible with names. Remind me? Most people appreciate honesty over you faking it.
What about body language when starting a conversation?
Smile, make eye contact, have open body language. Don't cross your arms. Turn your body toward the person. Show you're interested.
How do you maintain a conversation once it's started?
Ask follow-up questions. Show genuine curiosity. This is key. Don't just wait for your turn to talk.
What's the difference between a conversation and a monologue?
A conversation is balanced. Both people talk and listen. If you're talking 80% of the time, you're monopolizing. If you're not contributing, you're being passive.
How do you show you're listening?
Nod, make eye contact, say, or that's interesting. Ask follow-up questions that show you heard what they said.
Give me an example of a good follow-up question.
They say, we went hiking this weekend. You say, oh, nice. Where'd you go? What trail? Not just cool, and then change topics.
What about finding common ground?
Listen for shared interests or experiences. You like hiking? Me too. Do you have a favorite spot?
What if you don't share that interest?
You can still ask questions. I've never tried hiking. What got you into it? People love talking about their interests.
How do you keep conversation flowing when there's a pause?
Ask a related question. Speaking of hiking, do you do other outdoor activities? Or introduce a new topic. By the way, did you hear about the new project kicking off next month?
What about remembering details for next time?
This is so valuable. If someone mentions their daughter has a dance recital this weekend, make a note, mental or actual, and ask about it next time you see them.
Why is that powerful?
Because it shows you actually listen and care. How is your daughter's recital makes people feel valued.
What if someone is giving you very short answers?
They might be shy, busy, or not interested in chatting. Don't force it. You can say, well, I won't keep you, and gracefully exit the conversation.
How do you read if someone wants to end the conversation?
They're looking around the room, giving one-word answers, checking their phone, or their body is turning away from you. These are signals.
And how do you exit gracefully?
Well, I should let you go. Or, I see others are arriving. Let's catch up later. Or, great talking with you. We should grab coffee sometime.
Should you actually follow up on the let's grab coffee sometime?
If you mean it, yes. If it's just a polite phrase, they'll know. But genuine invitations to connect can build strong professional relationships.
What about tone and energy in small talk?
Be warm and friendly, but authentic. Forced enthusiasm is obvious and off-putting. Just be yourself, but your pleasant professional self.
What if you're naturally introverted and small talk drains you?
Set a manageable goal, maybe just one brief conversation before each meeting. You don't have to work the room like an extrovert.
Any final tips on maintaining conversations?
Balance talking and listening. Share something about yourself, then ask about them. Find the rhythm that feels natural.
Now let's talk about transitioning from small talk to business, because at some point, the meeting needs to start.
How do you make that transition smoothly?
The meeting leader usually does this. Well, it looks like everyone's here. Shall we get started? This is a clear signal that small talk is over.
What if you're not the leader, but you notice it's time to start?
You can subtly prompt, I think we're at the top of the hour, or should we get started?
Is it rude to cut off small talk to start the meeting?
Not at all. People expect it. That's why you build in time before the official start.
What if small talk was really flowing and now you have to do business with this person?
That's actually ideal. You've warmed up the relationship. Now business will be easier and more comfortable.
Can you reference the small talk during the business discussion?
Sometimes, if it's relevant, yes. Earlier you mentioned you have experience with this kind of project from your last company. What worked well there?
So you're connecting the personal and professional.
Exactly, but don't force it. If the small talk was about hiking and the meeting is about quarterly budgets, there's no natural connection.
Now let's talk about cultural differences. How does small talk vary across cultures?
Hugely. This is really important for international business.
Give me some examples.
In the US and UK, small talk before meetings is common but relatively brief, maybe 2 to 5 minutes. Then you get down to business.
What about Latin American cultures?
Much more extensive relationship building. You might spend 20 to 30 minutes or even longer in small talk. Rushing to business is considered rude.
So patience is important there.
Very much so. Building the relationship comes before conducting business.
What about Asian cultures?
Varies widely. In some East Asian business cultures, there's formal small talk about safe topics. Personal questions might come later after trust is established.
What about Middle Eastern cultures?
Often very relationship-focused. Multiple meetings might be primarily social before any business is conducted. Tea, hospitality, getting to know you as a person.
And Northern European cultures?
Often more direct. Germans and Scandinavians may prefer less small talk and more focus on the business at hand, but they still appreciate politeness and basic pleasantries.
How do you navigate when you're not sure of the cultural expectations?
Follow the lead of the senior person or host. If they engage in extensive small talk, match their energy. If they dive into business, follow along.
What about age differences? Does small talk differ with different generations?
Somewhat. Older generations might be more comfortable with traditional small talk. Younger people might bond over different topics like technology or social media.
What about hierarchy? Does small talk differ with your boss versus a peer?
Be slightly more formal with senior people, but don't be stiff. They're human too. Many senior leaders appreciate when people relax a bit.
Should you ever discuss anything personal at work?
Yes, to a degree. Sharing appropriate personal information builds connection. Just don't overshare.
What's the difference between sharing and oversharing?
Sharing, I have 2 kids, ages 8 and 10. Oversharing, I'm going through a messy divorce and my ex won't pay child support.
So keep it relatively positive and surface level?
Right. Save deep personal stuff for actual friends, not work colleagues.
What about humor in small talk?
Gentle humor can be great for building rapport. Self-deprecating humor often works well. Just avoid anything offensive.
Can you give an example of good work-appropriate humor?
I attempted to bake bread during lockdown. Let's just say my family now appreciates store-bought even more. This is light, self-deprecating, and safe.
What about using small talk to network or advance your career?
Small talk is valuable for networking, but don't be transparently transactional. Build genuine relationships, not just connections you can use.
How do you tell the difference?
Genuine interest means you'd talk to them even if they couldn't help your career. Transactional means you're only interested in what they can do for you.
Any final advice on small talk across cultures?
Be observant, be respectful, ask questions when unsure, and remember that building relationships is universal, even if the methods differ.
Let's recap small talk and building rapport in meetings.
Small talk matters because it builds relationships, creates trust, humanizes you, and makes business collaboration easier. Don't skip it.
Safe topics include weather, weekends, holidays, work projects, commute, local events, sports, food, and the office environment.
Avoid politics, religion, controversial topics, salary or money, invasive health questions, appearance, age, or weight comments, and gossip.
Start conversations with open-ended questions, show genuine curiosity, ask follow-up questions, remember details for next time, and find common ground.
Transition to business when it's time, follow cultural norms for your context, be slightly more formal with senior people but still human, and share appropriately without oversharing.
Next episode, our final episode, we're covering follow-up after meetings, taking notes, writing meeting minutes, tracking action items, and ensuring decisions actually lead to action.
Until then, this is Alex.
And Jenny from English at Work. Practice a little small talk before your next meeting. You might be surprised how much easier it makes everything else.